Hey guys, welcome to Chip Loco's first video review. I'm Ali Kamran and today we'll be looking at SteelSeries Apex Gaming Keyboard. SteelSeries claim it as the world's fastest gaming keyboard. So let's move on to the packaging. At the front side of the box we have a huge layout of the keyboard which shows the 5 active zone illumination lighting. Then on the right side we have 3 key features mentioned by SteelSeries. The number one is the raised macro keys and the second is the active zone illumination lighting, which will be discussed later in the review, and then lastly is the support for SteelSeries engine softwares. Then another key unique feature of this keyboard is that we can have around about 1 trillion color combinations for the active zone lighting. Now let's move to the back side of the box. The back side of the box has a small layout on the right side with 4 additional features mentioned on it. The first feature is the 4 layer keys which can be used to switch the macro profiles. The second is the tactile bump on the WASD keys which allows you to return to the WASD keys with much more ease. The third is the USB key hub. The USB port hub allows you to attach different flash drives or additional gaming peripherals such as your headphones. And the last one is the key combination by just swiping. And that's about it about the packaging, and now let's move on to the unboxing of the keyboard. At the center of the box we have the keyboard and a few other accessories. Let's unpack them. 2 extra rubberized feet. We get a SteelSeries case badge. Next we have the quick start guide which can be used to set up the keyboard on your PC. The keyboard is nicely packed and it has a matte and glossy finish. The keyboard is all black. Now let's move on to discuss the keyboard in further detail. First of all, the keyboard is wired and comes with a braided USB cable. There are 2 ports at the end of the keyboard. One is used to connect the keyboard and the other is used for the USB hub. Apart from that, let's look at the keyboard from the right side. On the right side we have 10 macro keys, and above those 10 macro keys there are 4 layer keys which can be used to switch the macro profiles. On the top of the keyboard we have the raised macro keys, the 12 raised macro keys, which can be set for any key combination you like. Apart from that, there is a standard US layout, and underneath that there is a big space bar which can easily be accessible for high jumps and all. On the top left side we have a volume increase and decrease button, a volume mute button, a playback buttons, and apart from that we have a numpad as well. The volume increase and decrease button can also be used to adjust the brightness of the backlight of the keyboard by just pressing the SteelSeries key and adjusting the backlight of the keyboard. We will look into this further when we discuss the SteelSeries engine software. Now let's look into the software. Here is the complete layout of the keyboard, and you can change the keys individually as well as change set different profiles of the macro keys. You have layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 and layer 4. It's very easy to change the keys of the keyboard and set macro keys by just pressing any key on the keyboard that you want to set a macro and just adjust it like that. Moving on to the colors of how to change the active zone lighting, illumination lighting of the keyboard. Here we have the 5 zone active lighting over here. We will change the lighting of the zones individually. Let's change the lighting of the sides of the keyboard. Let's change it to red. And just save it, and the color will change. Apart from that, let's change the center lighting as well and save it. And this is how you change the lighting of the keyboard individually. You can even set the individual brightness of the zones as well. If you want the macro keys zones to be dull, you can just adjust that, and if you want the numpad to be bright, and then you can adjust that as well equally. And just whatever you do, just adjust the settings and just click save, and your profile will be saved. The keyboard has a polling rate of 1000 Hz, which can be adjusted as well. The better the hertz, the faster the keys response, which is very important for the gamers in professional tournaments. You can even save your profile and browse it through anywhere from the software as well. You can just save it to any location you want and just browse it and you just load it when it's needed. Apart from that, this is pretty much it about the keyboard, and almost everything can be adjusted from the keyboard itself as well. You don't need the software for it. Apart from the lighting and the macro keys set, once the macro keys are set, you just need to change the layer buttons. If your, let's say, Battlefield 3 profile is on layer 1, then you can just press the layer 1 button and select the Battlefield 3 profile, or if your Dota 2 profile is at layer 4, then just select the layer 4 from the keyboard and you can easily swap the macro keys profile, and that's about it. So now let's conclude my review for the SteelSeries Apex Gaming Keyboard. Overall, I've been using this keyboard for the past 1 week and in different games such as Battlefield 3, Far Cry 3, Dota 2 and even FIFA 13. I had a really nice experience with the keyboard. The macro keys really helped me gain an edge in different games, especially Dota 2. And the extra directional keys really helped me in FIFA 13 while I was navigating my player. When it comes to the design is excellent. Apart from that, ergonomics of the keyboard are good. But I do feel that the size of the keyboard is a little too big. Especially, you need to take some time to adjust to it. But in the end, I'm sure you will be happy with the design of the keyboard. Apart from that, the most important factor, the price. The price of this keyboard is 100 euros. And 100 euros is a lot if you ask me for a gaming keyboard. But with the 5-zone active illumination lighting and 1 trillion color combinations, apart from that, thousands of macro combinations, I think SteelSeries Apex Gaming Keyboard is an ideal choice for any professional gamer or even a casual gamer. So this is it guys. I'm sure you like my video and I hope you subscribe and like, and please do leave any comments about it. Thank you.